In a previous lesson, the Event Information tab video, we briefly discussed the poll rate control. In this lesson, we're going to dive into an example of how you can use this feature to save a bit of time when you're writing your script. We're making a new event titled poll. The description of the event is polls and stores the data it receives in my_variable. Let's then quickly jump to device variables before we forget and make a new integer device variable called my_variable. Again, this is just a generic example we are creating. Back to the Information/Parameters tab. Poll rate is found here. Product File Creator's default setting for the poll rate is off, or shown as 0 frames. However, if we tick up the arrow, we can set the poll rate to every 30, 60, 90 frames, etc. Or you can manually enter the poll rate by clicking and typing. For our example, let's poll every 30 frames. A note about these polling frames. This frame length we are choosing is how often you'll be pinging an external device for information. If you are working with something like getting lamp hours from a projector, it is not necessary to poll every single frame. For one, the more you do something like that in your script, you will use up your script's computational resources faster, thus potentially causing problems down the road. You should only choose to poll not as fast as possible for every single device, but what makes the most sense in a real-world application. Ask yourself how often you really need the data to refresh. Now to quickly insert an example sent message. In our example here, we'll pretend that the message we need to send out to this fake external device is getData hex 0D. Then, for the incoming response, let's say our example response would look something like 10 hex 0D. The 10 would be the information we want to store in my variable, and the carriage return is a constant. Now let's save your product file and we'll move to WinScript. In WinScript, load up the product file into your script. As a reminder, you do this by saving your product file in your My Product Files folder, then clicking the Reload Product Files button to refresh the lists. Now you can find your device. I named the make and model Automatic Polling example so we could find it easier. Finish adding it to your script. Once it's been added, go to the Resources tab for the device we just created. Now double-click on the device variables to open up that tab. Here, we can now see the myVariableDevice variable that we made in our product file. Click to highlight, and then we can press this Add Polling Sequence button. By pressing that button, WinScript then automatically adds an auto-start looping sequence that loops at our specified poll rate we listed in the product file. My script is running at 30 frames per second, so you can see the sequence is set to loop after 30 frames, or 1 second as we see it displayed. You can manually then edit that sequence just like any other. This can save some time if you know about this trick as you are creating your product file. By looking at the live log, we can see this running in action. Finally, what if you just add this poll event into a generic sequence? It does not automatically loop. We can use it normally and it behaves just like any other event, only running once unless we program it to do more.